Whew, hey, what is up, everyone? I tend to do that like way too much when I kick into a video. Whew! Gotta stop that. Most other people would probably cut that out and just restart the whole video, but that's not me. Um, Probably not even gonna stand up and turn down that music in the background either. But we're rolling, so here we go. This is actually a knockoff bootleg Boba Fett that I got off of eBay from China with shipping for only 12 bucks. And wouldn't have to do that, man, but geez, man, you toy scalpers, man, are killing me. Nothing personal. Well, yeah, nothing personal, but you know what? I refuse to pay some guy who's gonna hit Toys R Us or Walmart at 3 o'clock in the morning to get to all the good figures before I can get to them. So I'm not paying you $80 for your Boba Fett that you have there in stock. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm cheap. Listen, it's like I don't have a lot of money, man. I'm a freaking artist, man, so, anyway, rant over. I'm gonna go ahead and make a cut here because I'm gonna take this guy out of the box. Well, I guess what's the norm? Do we look at the box itself too? Because I don't. For a knockoff, if this was on the shelf, I would grab it anyway. There's a little. The spot UV is a little off, or something's. Oh, I see what's off in there. It's the black. It's the that off black inside of the font there. That's been printed a little off. So I guess that's a telltale on whether or not this is a legit Boba Fett. But there's a Hasbro logo, everything. If I would have seen this on the shelf, I would have picked it up and would have been none the wiser. Consider me fooled. He's no good to me, deed. As spoken by Timur Morrison. But yeah, I guess this is a fuzzy image. I don't know. I don't keep my boxes, so I don't know what the clarity of this one is. But come on, China, have you ever heard of 300 DPI or what? I'm gonna take a pause. I'm gonna get this figure out, and I have this prototype back here that, for what I know, is a legit Hasbro figure, and I'm going to compare the two to see if there's any visible differences, but I'm just going to see what's up with this. Okay, pause number 1. Alright, well, here he is out of the box, and, I know that there's already like a ton of Boba Fett figure reviews, and I think there's actually a couple of reviews on the knockoff figures, and I will say just at first glance, come on, focus. The silver there is like it's really heavy. The yellow there, I know, is like way off. I don't think it was that bright, even on the Black Series figure. But that looks like that's been screen printed on there. It's a kind of a material. Yeah, that's silk screen right there. Recognize that pattern. Yeah, this figure is going to be repainted anyway. I mean, I'm not worried about what this is gonna look like on my shelf coming right out of the box, and I could tell you, I know that Hasbro did not do that with their cape. I don't know, that's like way too long as well, right? I may trim that. I may trim that along the bottom of the stripe here, and just make that look like a cap for it. But because that looks like it'll be long enough, just cutting it off along the bottom here, and I think that will give me the look that I want, which I want the Jedi look for Boba Fett here. So those gauntlets are going to be painted a different color. I've noticed that the joints here, they're not as solid as the Hasbro figure on the legs. You can see that separation right there. But yeah, the ankles are very tough to move. Oh wow, he's standing like that. So yeah, so it's I would say, nice attempt. It's gonna look different anyway once I'm done with it. But coming right out of the box, it seemed the figure actually had a lot of dust on it. So I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know what I'm getting. So this is brand new territory for me. I've never had a bootleg figure. So, but everything else seems to be pretty good. There's a little bit that needs to be bent there on this piece, but this is going to not. I'm not going to go with the green color here. This is all going to be painted with the 3 colors that are on the Jedi version. And whoa, this is the. I know now that this is not correct as far as the body armor goes and stuff, but this is my first attempt at repainting a figure, and this is the Vintage Collection 12-inch figure from Hasbro, and I was never happy with the way it looked before the paint job, and once I got the paint on that I wanted, you know, it just seemed to really pop a lot better. And the story behind this guy is I was at a convention and Jeremy Bullock happened to be there as well, and he took a liking to the figure, and so much so he almost walked off with it. And I mean that wasn't trying to rip it off. He thought I had gifted it to him for some reason in our conversation, and but he gave me a lot of praise on this. And for the guy who actually wore the costume, for him to say this is the best looking figure that somebody has made of Boba Fett, you know, I thought that was cool. I know he was probably lying to me, but yeah, so I even have a signature somewhere, and I think my cat might have ruined the plate that it's on, so I won't show you guys that signature, but it's there, it exists. Ooh, that's sticking out of the sleeve. Need to stick that little hose back in, but that's my Vintage Collection Boba Fett, and that's been what I've had here for years in the studio. And I did this before we actually did this as a business. But yeah, that's what this guy right here is going to reflect this figure here when I'm done. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this prototype here. I may embellish what... Oh, come on. I may embellish what is there and just boost out the colors and boost out the gloss on the helmet. I might take out the dent. I'm a little disappointed that this Boba Fett has a legit cape. You know, I would have been a little happier if this was truly a prototype Boba Fett figure and we got the Star Wars beach towel. I'm a little upset that there's not a beach towel for a cape, so I don't know. Are there any customizers who have made one already? Because I would buy one and replace that. But anyway, guys, that's my Boba Fett. This is the prototype. I guess I should look at the weapons too, but I know there's a lot of other guys who have already done it. This will all be repainted. So I'm not worried about the lackluster paint job. And this, I guess, yeah, that almost looks pretty good. I can probably get away with just a wash on this part right here. But this piece will be repainted to look like the Return of the Jedi version of the jetpack. And I guess that's all that I've got today, guys. I've got a big update. I've been teasing an update on my big come on, stand up, Boba Fett. You're better than this. All right. So yeah, so there's an X-Wing fighter that I'm going to be showing off to you guys with lights, and hopefully I'll have the balancing done on that pretty soon, so I can just present it to you guys suspended in midair, right? But you guys take care, have fun. This is going to be my attempt at starting a Boba Fett figure once I get some stuff cleared off my schedule. Had to get back to work, guys, and I apologize for being late on a lot of my projects here, but It took me a little extra time, a little more time than I was expecting to get over some things that happened with my family this earlier this year. So still adjusting. I'm still working on that, guys. But for you guys who are waiting on me, thank you for your patience. This is just extracurricular stuff for me, so this will happen when I'm done working on everything else. But you guys take care, have fun, peace out.